Welcome to another Thirsty Thursday episode of Brass Eagle Blinds. I'm Doug. Nick is not here again. I think most of these are probably going to be solo. Sorry, everyone. I know that you don't want to see my face that often. In this Thirsty Thursday episode, what I'm going to do is just all rye whiskeys. The trusty table back there has nothing but rye whiskeys on it. I'm going to walk up to it, pick one out, sit here, drink it, but there is going to be kind of a general theme besides just being a rye whiskey. I'm going to talk about the hype of the bottle and whether or not the bottle itself lives up to whatever that hype was. Now, I have to explain, some of the bottles are going to be, did it have community hype? Was it just talked about in all the Facebook groups and online and all the influencers like this, the hype on this bottle was so big? Or was it some just like kind of not really heard of craft whiskey that I might have had hype about locally, or maybe there was no hype at all about the bottle? So that's kind of what I'm going to do. Some of them back there have a lot of hype. Some of them did not. Furthermore, I'm going to be zipping through these. I'm not going to spend too much time on each one. I really want to try to keep these videos under 20 minutes, maybe 15, 10 minutes. So I'm going to zip through them. Don't expect a whole lot of commentary, flavor profiles, all that stuff, unless I end up getting hammered and then I just ramble on anyway. So that may happen. First off, we're going to start off with New Riff Single Barrel Rye. This one is 115 proof and it's a sour mash. It does say that on the bottle. I'm not absolutely certain about the age of this. It might say it on there, and I'll try to find it in a second, but New Riff is out of Kentucky. Okay, it just says aged at least 4 years on the back. That's the only thing that it's telling me in that respect. Hype on this bottle. The hype on this bottle was really only self-imposed because I had the New Riff Bourbon Single Barrel that I had gotten not long before I picked this up. That bottle's fantastic. You know, did it have community hype? Not really. Didn't really have that. But it did have hype just from me. Like, I was expecting a ton out of this bottle. Does it live up to that hype? Well, we'll get to that. It's got a caramely note on it. I do like that. Almost like a caramel, like caramel apple, maybe. Does it live up to the hype? I would say, I guess. That said, though, for a rye 115 proof single barrel, at least 4 years old, that you could find pretty regularly, that isn't too expensive, it doesn't have to do a whole lot more than that to impress you. Did I expect it to be better? Yep, sure did. Am I upset with it? No, I'm not. Today, I am smoking a Johnny Tobacconaut, Room 101 Johnny Tobacconaut Toro. If you know me a little bit, you know I love this cigar. It's awesome. Room 101 Johnny Tobacconaut. Okay, this next one, I will say, had quite a bit of hype. And it's not necessarily that it was just, talked about like crazy in the community, but it has a lot of hype because of the bottle that it comes in. The next one that I have here is the Willet 4-year Rye. This is coming in at 106.8 proof, and it came into the market with a lot of hype. It comes in the exact same bottle that the higher aged products do. It's green top. Like, if you put this right next to one of, say, a 9-year or an 11-year or whatever aged rye, you wouldn't know the difference between the two if you just looked at it. So you get excited. And if you've ever had any of those higher age statement Willets, they're awesome. So this came out with a lot of hype. And with that hype, of course, being a Willet product, it demands a little bit higher price tag as well. Does it live up to that hype? Nope. 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 Is it good rye whiskey? Sure. That kind of tasted like a pancake mixed with a acorn. I don't know. So this next rye on my list is difficult for me to judge on a hype level. This next one is a distillery only. It's Peerless Rye Whiskey. It's a single barrel. And they named this one Mr. Peerless. I don't know. I was told a story about how they couldn't call it anything to do with Dr. Pepper. I'm not sure.
Shh, you want to get sued?
So they called it Mr. Peerless, but you definitely do get like a cola note off of it. And I love that. It comes in at 108.2 proof and it's spectacular. So does it live up to the hype? Yes, it does. I'm starting to build up this hype in my head though, that these are all gonna be the best whiskey on the planet. And I think maybe I'm putting them on a pedestal that's way too high. That's what the front of the bottle looks like right there. And I think I showed the Mr. Peerless, but anyway. Oh, baby. Yeah. This next one came in, to me at least, with a lot of hype. This bottle is from 2025 and it immediately got compared to its 2024 and its 2023 release in my head. And those were both pretty darn good, especially the 23. This is the Burr Rye, 2025 Burr Rye by High West, coming in at 46% alcohol, 92 proof. A lot of hype attached to this bottle. Not only a lot of hype, a lot of price tag, a lot of dollars. So this one has a lot to live up to, right? I mean, I think if you've got a 2023 Burr Rye, you put that in your dusty cabinet. Does it live up to the hype?
Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype.
Not only does it not live up to the hype, I would put it in the almost complete disappointment category. This hurts my feelings. I brought that to 2 bottle shares. It's like, oh, people will like that. People will want that. People will take it off my hands. Even the rabbit thing, jackalope on the front, looks disappointed. We're charging how much? Oh my God. This next one does come in with a lot of hype. I will say that. It's self-imposed hype just because I like so many of their other products. So I thought, there's no way this one's gonna be bad. This one's gotta be good. So this one is the Sagamore 10-year rye. I remember when this came out and it was released in Missouri and I passed on it. And then like a week later, I was like, hey, can I get some of that Sagamore 10-year rye? And they're like, that was gone the day that we put it out. I don't know why you're even bothering to ask. Oh, it does have a great nose on it though. Everything that I've had Sagamore is a good product. That's why the hype was high for me. Does it meet the hype? Yeah, it does. It does meet the hype. Am I disappointed with whatever I paid for it? If it was $100 around that, no, I'm not disappointed. If it was less, I'm thrilled. I don't remember. So this next one, I won't say that it had a ton of hype. I will say that it was kind of like lack thereof, really. In 2024, they had an 11-year. In 2023, they had a 10-year. Those were both good. They were both good. They were both good aged ryes. And then they came out with this one, 2025, and this is a 12-year. This coming in at 12 years and maybe $120 doesn't seem unreasonable. And it's not unreasonable. This is the 12-year Old Overholt cask strength rye. This comes in at 117 proof, and it is one of the best aged ryes, the best ryes that I've got sitting on the shelf back there. It's got some heat to it, of course. It's 117 proof. But man, it delivers this really concentrated cherry syrup note to me. I love it. I think it's great. lives up to the hype. I don't know if I mentioned that. Blows it out. It blows out the hype, in my opinion. I don't think it had much, but of hype. I don't think it had a whole lot of hype. Blows it out of the water. It's great. I'm a bit torn on this next one. Do I like this whiskey? Yes, very much. Does this whiskey have a really high level of hype? Yeah, I think it does. Only because it's the first of its kind. So this leaves me in this area where I'm like, I really like what they came out with here, but does it meet the hype? This next one I have is Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Rye. So this was the A925, yeah. It is a 12-year, 108 proof from Elijah Craig. It does meet the hype. It doesn't necessarily match my expectations. But who am I? I'm just a dipshit drinking whiskey and talking to you about it. So my expectations don't really mean a goddamn thing.
You can say that again.
Okay, so the last thing that we're going to have on the list today is going to be a bottle that I know a little bit about. Does it meet the hype? I'm going to say this maybe more than anything else is going to surpass the hype. This one is Jack Daniel's single barrel strength rye. This particular bottle comes in at 133 proof, right? And it's absolutely fantastic. Why does it beat the hype, right? Okay, well, I wouldn't say there's a whole lot of hype out there for these bottles. I know the hype. I love these things. I think they're fantastic. I think they're the best, some of the best whiskeys on the planet. Definitely some of the best single barrels on the planet. But so many people associate Jack Daniel's with Old Number 7. And that's fine. I get it. It's the most popular whiskey like on the planet. You don't get to have a drink kind of named after your whiskey, right? Jack and Coke, without it being popular. But I think too many people associate Jack Daniel's with only Jack and Coke and that Old Number 7. You need to depart from that. Start to get in some Jack Daniel's. Do yourself a favor. Come see me at 898 on Mondays when we're doing the Poor Decisions Society cards. Come see me and try some whiskeys, try some Jack Daniel's. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Do yourself a favor, grab one. You'll know what I'm talking about immediately. That's my last bottle that I'm gonna have today. Thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Pretty soon, hopefully, we will have maybe a Nick's birthday video, something like that. Again, it's hard for us to always get together and find time to shoot. So that's why I'm doing these videos, to just have some content in the meantime. But hopefully this holds you over and everybody has fun with it. Anyway, everybody have a fantastic week, month, year, everything associated with that. And we'll see you later. Thank you.